Mondays here. Explore and travel far and wide. Let's put the show in gear. Welcome to another week. The Maythorn Monday's here. We're heading for the south coast, where Portsmouth will appear. There's trains and buses, ferry boats, all transport on one side. You can take a bus to Bognor or sail the Isle of Wight. We'll take the train or ride the bus or even drive the car to bring the Maythorn Monday. We'll travel near or far.
He was born here on the 7th of February in 1812. Isn't that an overture? He's Charles Dickens, one of my father's favourite authors. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. It's Bulgaria. I've got the Bulgaria t-shirt on, but I'm not going there because Colin's over there supervising my house in Oresh. And the first bit of video I've got to show you is actually the plastering, as Stefan and his partner have been putting up plasterboard and filling in holes where the gable ends needed bricking up. There's a lot of that kind of work going on, and I'm going to show you that now. And there's also some fresh video being sent over as I speak, which I'll come back to later. The last video report that we showed you from the Oresh house was when the plumbing was going in, and that was done first because we wanted to hide it behind the walls. So we've now got to a situation where different walls are being treated differently. There'll be some plastering and rendering going on, and also a framework for plasterboard, and the whole idea is that most of the plumbing will disappear behind these walls. It's handy that we've still got two rooms that we can use for preparation. So you've got the bedroom and the living room being used to lay out and cut materials and mix up plaster in a bucket. On our last visit, one of the gable ends was completely open to the world. Well, that's now been bricked up. They're not bricks, I know, but it's just an expression. And that really only leaves the roof to do at a later date. And as we finish this little trip, you'll notice that the garden is overgrown again, so we're going to have to bring Tim in to do a bit of clearance for us in the near future.
We'll take the train, or ride the bus, or even drive the car to bring the Maythorn Monday. We'll travel near or far. We'll take the train.
It seems Brian has gone to Portsmouth and we are getting nothing back from him.
Yes, he appears to be having some connection problems.
Well, we are still receiving video from Colin in Bulgaria. Shall we put some more of that out?
I think we should wait until he contacts us. He should be able to send us his voice even if video won't come through.
Okay, well, let's see what other videos he has finished and are ready to go.
I've found some footage from Liverpool Festival Gardens in 2023. Is that any good?
Yes, okay, let's play that for now while we try and find something else.
This peaceful park in Liverpool is by the Mersey River. It's where the ships go sailing by their products to deliver. We're heading for another park in the city of Pompeii. It's a problem of connection that will limit us today. We need another network that delivers better speed, and we found one to connect to that's very fast indeed.
Well, actually, I didn't put out the Festival Gardens thing from Liverpool because I hadn't finished. There's another area which they've developed which I was going to tack onto that, but never mind, it's done now. And the AIs wrote a little song for it. How quaint. So this park is in Portsmouth, and it was the park that took us early evening to our hotel on arrival. You get out of the train at Portsmouth and Southsea Station, just across the road, an entrance to the park, and as you walk into the park, apart from seeing things like the children's playground, the aviary and so on, you see this building which dominates the park, and it's got a big round thing on the end of it. Well, that's our Travelodge, and that's where we're heading for. The little piece of me you saw by the Charles Dickens statue, that was my first video recording when I first arrived in Portsmouth, and it took over 24 hours to upload because of the dreadful speeds. The Travelodge Wi-Fi was getting me 96 kilobytes a second upload. Even my own mobile signal was only just a bit faster than that, and still only about 1/10 of a megabyte per second. Compare that with the hotel in Romania that we stayed in, which we hated. It actually had a speed upload and download of about 200 megabits a second. I was pretty annoyed that I paid £3.50 for 24 hours of Travelodge's so-called premium Wi-Fi. Pretty dreadful, and certainly nothing premium about it. So I googled to find out what was the fastest 5G network you could get, because the one I was on was clearly no good, and Google said the 3 network was the one. Well, I couldn't just get a SIM sent to me that time of the evening when we arrived, so I downloaded an eSIM, and that's a technology, if you don't know anything about, I'll go into another time. But basically, they send you an email, you download a QR code into your phone, and you activate the SIM, and then it's just as though you'd actually got a physical SIM and chucked it in, and suddenly we had fantastic speeds. So now I can show you the next stage of our Oresh house development, and Colin had asked me to send over a diagram of where I want all the wiring and the lights, and I already had a 3D image of the 2 bathrooms, so I just hand drew over the top of it. The first image you'll see is the camera pointing down towards the ensuite, but of course the partitions aren't there yet, so you can see all the way down. Colin's got the camera in what will be the main bathroom with the window on the left, and down at the bottom you can see the area that comes off the bedroom, which will be the ensuite. The partition will be going halfway down. In fact, there'll be 2 partitions creating a storage area, and the wall on the right is worth looking at because that's the original outside of the building which we tacked this extension onto, and as yet it hasn't been rendered or anything. So the wiring is being put in place by Stefan and Valerie, and the things I've asked them to provision are a couple of towel radiators, 1 in each bathroom area, downlights, 4 in each bathroom area using the GU10s to spread the light out, and also of course the hot water heater which is going to go in that partition area between the 2 bathrooms. They've put a small distribution unit by there because there's quite a lot of wiring going into this bathroom and it needed to terminate somewhere, so that's just inside when you come through from the bedroom. A couple of other things which I had added. I quite like to have an illuminated mirror for shaving in, and I put that in all my bathrooms back here in the UK, and so I've got wiring going in for that. And also very European to have the laundry in the bathroom as well, so we plan to put a washing machine but in the ensuite area. The software I use to draw up the 3D plan is called 4Plan. That's a number 4 plan. And I already put the 2 partitions in so I could see where the water cylinder was going to fit. Anyway, rest assured there'll be more from the Oresh house next month, and we'll see if they've finished the building of the bathroom, because we're itching to get in and put in the toilets and the sinks and all the other stuff, and a place for the shower, of course. I've also been doing lots of filming in Portsmouth, but haven't been able to get it to you because I didn't have a fast enough connection back home. The eSIM I had in the last couple of days that we were down here, so you'll get that next month as well. And also, I'm stopping in London, which is kind of halfway back, and hoping to get a bit of video in London as well. You might be interested to know as we close that on the London Underground you can get a good 4G and 5G signal, and I was actually uploading the videos from Portsmouth in the tube on the way home. And I have to say that they were going at an ultra-high speed considering we were underground, and faster than they had been doing on the Southwest train that brought us up from Portsmouth. Anyway, that is all for this month. We've covered quite a lot, and there's lots more in July. See you then.
We'll take the train or ride the bus or even drive the car to bring the Maythorn Monday. We'll travel near or